All right, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. It's gonna be very interesting episode today because I would like to introduce a very experienced student named Sujit Mishra.
Brought to you by My Career Doctor.
Most trusted spoken English and career counseling clinic.
हम स्पोकन इंग्लिश के साथ योगा, फिटनेस एवं पर्सनल करियर काउंसलिंग देकर आपको बनाते हैं स्मार्ट, कॉन्फिडेंट एंड अप टू डेट.
He is experienced, why I tell you, because he studied very fast there at his hometown Sitamarhi, Bihar. Then at Darbhanga, he went to Patna for preparation. Then he went to Kota, stayed there for a long time, right, Sujit? Yes. Then again he went to Rajendra Place, Delhi, and Mukherjee Nagar for UPSC. He has a lot of experiences, and now he came back to Darbhanga. Right now he is the student of My Career Doctor and doing MSc from Mithila University. I have talked a lot about you, Sujit. Now I want you to tell something about you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. My name is Sujit, and I'm from Sitamarhi. I have done my graduation in botany and doing my masters in botany in Lalit Narayan Mithila University campus. I have went through a lot of examinations, the prestigious examinations in our country, such as NEET, UPSC, and others. It is obvious that why did I appear in NEET? Because I wanted to become a doctor. Somehow I couldn't make it into NEET, and although partially I did so, I got a BDS seat and Ayurveda seat, but I was so passionate about to become a doctor, MBBS doctor, so I wrote NEET examination many times, and each time I lapsed with some marks and I didn't get a government MBBS seat. After that, I started teaching in an institute in Delhi named Academy Guru in Janakpuri D block, and I taught there for 2 years. So I have experience of 2 years of teaching also. In between that, COVID hit in 2020, and all educational institutes were shut, and teachers and students have to teach from their home, and students were forced to take the class from their home. So it was in my mind that now what should I do? Because I gave up on NEET, I couldn't clear it. I became a teacher. Yes, sir. I didn't I became a teacher, and now to become a good teacher, I need a platform to be in an institute. But because of the pandemic and certain other issues, institutes were closed. So I thought, what should I do to utilize my time efficiently? I did a counseling with my brother and my families, and we came to a conclusion that why shouldn't I write a UPSC exam, right? So I decided that, okay, let's do it. Whatever it takes, I'll give it my best to bring it like the best possible thing. I went to a place that is very, very famous for UPSC aspirants named Old Rajendra Nagar, and I stayed there in that place for 2.5 years, and I joined a very prestigious institute such as Evolution Institute for my botany optional, and Wajiram and Ravi. I took a test series there, and I was also associated with Vision IAS. But when I saw the environment and the people whom I met there, they came from across the country, and they all had different ideas for their life. The perspective of life they had totally different. And because I was from a state which is most underdeveloped in our country, that is Bihar, so I had to defend myself all the time. Even I didn't do anything wrong to them, just because I associate myself with a state which is not so developed, and I'm also a part of that political boundaries, so I had to defend all the time. And they used to take privilege because they were coming from a state which like its citizens per capita income was really high, and they have so many things to discuss that my state has such things, and you don't have. So I mentioned many things, although I didn't let anyone to let me down just because I'm a Bihari. I always represented among themselves that I'm here to represent my state, you are here to represent your state. If you are have like courage and guts, you fight with me. If you are defeating me, then I'll consider that Biharis are like not enough strong and you are the strong enough to defeat me, right? They didn't do so. They said, no, bhaiya, it is not about you. It is just because I'm mentioning such things because the people from Bihar, they come from labor jobs and the low level of activity works they do in in our whole country. I mentioned them that this is not an issue of only Bihar. It is an issue of the economic crisis. Wherever they find right resources, they will move either from Bihar to Delhi or Delhi to Bihar. Yes, it is certain that Bihar didn't the state doesn't have enough per capita income and GDP, so it is obvious that they will do their economic migration from Bihar to Delhi. And similarly, as Punjabi people do their economic migration from Punjab to Canada, and South Indian people do their economic migration from southern part of India to USA and Middle East, right? So I used to contemplate, I used to mull over on my presence that what should I really do so that I could, especially me and whomever with whom I am associated with, they should not face such difficulties in ahead of time.
This is why you came back to Bihar.
Yes, I took it really personally, and my self-respect wasn't allowing me to read more, study hard 24 hours a day and become one more servant of this nation. Although I really respect that whoever clears a UPSC exam, it is India's one of the toughest examination, and I really respect because I also have gone through such a state that what level, the level of duty and the work they do is really tremendous, and we all must respect them. But the outcome, I didn't find meeting the level of input that we are putting in that place. And while studying UPSC syllabus, also I have got lot of ideas. UPSC always emphasize on Buddhism, Jainism, and more and more on philosophical aspect rather than they do not want their aspirants to just cram the idea facts and put it in and power into paper. Rather, they want you to create more and more ideas so that if India will face challenge in future, who will cater this? Who will solve this problem, right? And if we are developing philosophical thoughts in our brain, why should I implement only to a paper? Why not in my life?
Correct.
Right? So it made me, and the one very strongest factor which I gone through was that philosophy of Buddhism. When I read about Gautam Buddha, then I came to know that we all are running after resources. It is true, no one can deny this. But the one who was already on the top of resource, he was a prince of a kingdom, and he gave up everything to find something better. He became a monk, right? And from infinity, he chosen the zero. And then again he reached to the infinity as now the instability is going across the globe and everyone is seeking the Buddhist philosophy so that we can bring peace in this world. So we are respecting the person who gave up everything 25,000 years ago, and now we need his philosophy to bring peace in our world, right? So this was the philosophy which changed my mind, that if we have to do something, we must put our input, but we have to accept the outcome of that input that we are putting. Maybe it will be in positive, maybe it will be in the negative. But both outcomes are the outcome of our hard work. It is not something which is negative came out of nowhere. It came out of our hard work, right? And these philosophies and more things also I learned, which I can't mention in a short time, and which made me to realize that why shouldn't I do something different, which...
Very short. I have to ask some more questions.
Yes. Should I give it to you?
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
This is like, why did he come back to Bihar? Here he is doing MSc from Mithila University, he told. Sujit, that's really very nice. There are very few people, they think about their societies. You are one of them, so you can clap for this boy. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best and God bless you. Now, tell me please, how did you come, Sujit joined this coaching, I guess 10 or 15 days ago here? 15 days ago he joined this coaching. But when you came here, you told that in Delhi, you joined this coaching for a month during lockdown. So tell me please, how did you know about this platform? That's My Career Doctor, because you have been from India's one of the best places, that's old Rajendra Nagar. That's hub for UPSC. A lot of experts are there from you know, for all fields and all. So why didn't you join any institution there? Why did you join the online platform of My Career Doctor? Now again, why did you join this coaching? If you could elaborate this.
So joining the objective of mine to join this institute was bit of the idea which I developed while preparing for UPSC and something others also, because this is a language which is globally recognized, and we understand that it has economic importance also, right? So I joined, I came to know about Prakash Singh sir back in 2020 when COVID hit, and he launched his course on YouTube, 21-day challenge and something, I can't remember completely. Yes sir, yes sir. And while preparing for UPSC, I came to know that only those students are clearing the paper who are really well in their language.
Correct.
I already mentioned that UPSC exam is not for the facts which anyone can remember and will pour into the paper and will get the result. It is not something like that. It is a philosophical paper. And you can only write your philosophy, you can only convince the examiner if you have some skills in the language. And language what? English. So I understood the significance of language, and it is not applicable only for UPSC paper, rather it is applicable in our life, right? So this was the biggest reason why did I choose My Career Doctor and especially Prakash Singh Azad sir.
So did you get the benefits, or how do you feel here?
I really feel good, and because of your enthusiastic way of teaching makes me really comfortable, and the way you teach is also very unique, and this is a number of things which I can mention.
Thank you very much, Sujit. Now, the last question to you, like you said, I also know you told me already that you were preparing for NEET once, then you were preparing for UPSC. He took only 2 attempts of UPSC, and then he had already decided that I'll take only 2 attempts, and he did, and then he quit it. Why? Because he wanted to come back and he wants to do something different. He is preparing to become one of the education mafias in future. Jokes apart. All right. So, मजाक कर रहा था. Sorry. So, he is preparing to do something different to deliver quality of education, and especially in botany and zoology, correct? Right. He is working on this project as well. So, and he's a very, like I told already, that he has a lot of experiences. We often talk about geopolitics, a lot of the things, histories, finance, you know, and all, economics. Now, tell us please, what's your future plan? As I revealed a little bit, but what's your future plan and what you are going to do for Bihar and the whole country, right?
So, my answer for your question is that it is not only for Bihar, rather it is for our nation.
Correct.
And it is sure that Bihar is one of the poorest state in our country, and it is a coincidence that I also belong to this state. So I'll first focus on here. It is not something that I'll work, yes, like it is not something that I'll work only for Bihar, rather for our nation. And what was your another question?
What's your future plan?
Yes. So my future plan is something that which I can, what level of and what degree of change which I can bring, right? And I see whenever I was going through the data that India is India has 140 1.4 billion people, out of which 40% of its people is gives a demographic dividend, but they all are not skilled, right? And I am to start my work, and in future also this demographic dividend will also increase. So I wanted to work on that sector, where I will work on the human resource, and probably I'll create the more and more human resources as Chanakya did. He created one human resource. Yes, he created one human resource, that is Chandragupta, and he shaped the India as we are seeing today.
They united India. They saved India and they united India. I mean, Bharat was divided into very, very small parts and all. They united it, they saved it, and they fought against invaders. Thank you very much, Sujit. I wish you all the best. Keep learning. I hope you learned a lot of things, dear viewers. I wish you all the best. God bless you.